Come on back in. Come on back in. YouTube. I'm on here now. All right, we back. We back. We back. We back. Back to the spot that works, Gordon. That's right. I actually forgot that I had said I was gonna start just doing it on my phone. So I guess I just gotta go and say, you know what? We're just gonna do it on the phone. That's just it. All right, give everybody a second to come on in. What's up, AD? What's up, Invest Life? Hallelujah. Good morning. Hit the like as you come in on this morning. I'm going to go put a message in the community tab. Let everybody know we're on live. All right. Who we got? Daryl, what's good, Daryl? Sound like an old cat with reverb. Yeah. Really cute future. Yeah. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning again. I am standing in line with right, right, all right. All right. We're gonna go ahead. We got 16 on. Let's hit the likes. Let's get the likes up to 10 right quick. 16 y'all on. Let's get the likes to about 10 people and we're gonna get the thing popping. I got some good game for y'all, and then we'll have a discussion and dialogue. See what's going on with you guys. Oh, that's some good coffee. Good coffee. Hit the like, y'all. Get the likes up to 10. Crank up the algorithm. All right, all right. What's up, Owen? Kevin said I got that CB reverb sound. Is that Kevin? Is that good or bad? All right, y'all hear me pretty good? Is my audio okay before I get started? Somebody give me the thumbs up on the audio. All right, there you go. Get the likes up to 10. Four more likes to get us to 10. Some more folks are coming on. All right, good. Kevin said I'm good. All right, good. Kevin, this is actually a new um I I don't know the ear Beats, Power Beats Pro, they just ain't no good no more, man. These things do not last me but about 2 months, man. So I'm through with them. I'm trying something new. I'm trying some JVCs and see how that works. What's up, Nathan Waters? All right. Right. All right. Good. All right, guys. So I thought about so oh, we got 24 people on. Three more likes. Three more likes. Let's get to 10 likes and we're gonna get started. Three more likes and we're gonna get started. Two more likes. We're gonna get started. I got a fire burner today. I got a good one today. Yeah, Blue Pair. Yeah, you got the big time headset with the trucker. That might be what I need to do, man. I might need to get my headset truck. I hadn't used it in a while. I don't have Blue Pair, but I got one at the house. All right, you guys, thank you for getting us over 10 likes as we get ready to get crunk up here this morning. I'm sure there'll be more people come on with us. I got to thinking. What's up, Ken Etheridge? Yes, sir, Ken, we're back. I got to thinking, y'all. Why do some dump truck businesses fail and some succeed? And I say, you know what? That's a good question for the fam that I know a lot of people ask, especially those that are not yet in the business. And you're looking at people that may have tried and it didn't work. Um, then we always run across these people that are sour on the business because, hey, I tried that, man. It didn't work. That ain't no good. I wouldn't fool with that kind of thing, right? So we're always around the negativity. And so I just asked myself, Perry, think about it. Let's educate the people on why some make it and some don't. This is not exclusive. There are other reasons that come into play. But these are two main things I want to give you. And then each part is going to have 3 points to them, right? So why do dump truck businesses fail or succeed? All right. Um, I want to suggest to you this morning, ladies and gentlemen, that uh, definitely AD, if it was easy, everybody would do it. I want to suggest, watch this, hold on to your horses. I want to suggest to you that dump truck businesses fail. Two of the reasons, anyway, is either because of ignorance or arrogance. Talk country CEO. Ignorance or arrogance. Country CEO, what in the world could you possibly be talking about? First of all, let's talk about ignorance, right? Ignorance, especially in the um, brown community, it has long time been looked at as a negative connotation, right? Or it gives a negative connotation, a stigma, a negative thought, right? It means in the what's up, Priyanka? Um, brown community unlearned, right? And so it has a real negative connotation. But let me help you. Ignorance just simply means to not know, right? To not have knowledge of something. All of us are ignorant of some things, right? There's some things I don't know, so I'm ignorant to some things, right? So it's not as bad a word as some people have suggested that it is, right? All right, all right. My grandma used to say the arrogance of ignorance. Oh boy, I like that. Oh my goodness, I like that. Kevin, the arrogance of ignorance, right? All right, I'm gonna touch on that a little bit. All right, so watch this. What is ignorance? What they don't know that hurts them. In the dump truck business, a lot of times I've seen guys fail, and it's the difference between failing and succeeding because there are some things they just don't know and they didn't do the proper research. All right. Watch this. Mark Twain. Mark Twain. Y'all know him from our childhood, right? Says it's not what you know that gets you in trouble. It's what you don't know you don't know. Tom Jones. Come here, Mark Twain. It's not what you know that gets you in trouble. It's what you don't know you don't know. All right. It's a dump truck passing by. All right. So watch this. The number one thing that I've seen sometimes that in the ignorance category, cost confusion. Cost confusion. What do you mean, country CEO? Ignorance of true operating costs, such as fuel, maintenance, tires, insurance, depreciation, right? All right, someone put in the chat cost confusion. That's one of the things folks are ignorant about. Cost confusion. Have not really ascertained, figured out, wrote it down, and counted the cost, right? In the book of Luke, let me go Bible on you. It says, as it relates to being a disciple and wanting to follow Jesus, even Jesus said you ought to count up the cost. He said, what man go to build a building and don't ascertain what he gonna need? What man want to go to war, don't make sure he got enough soldiers with him, right? So just like in anything else, we gotta count up the cost, right? So you got cost confusion, ignorance of true, watch this, true operating costs, such as the fuel, the maintenance, the tires, the insurance. Them really your top four right there, right? And then, of course, depreciation. All right? In cost confusion, one fails to account for, watch this, downtime, repairs, and long-term replacement costs. Let me say that again. Many times, guys don't account for downtime. What is downtime, John? That's either you just ain't working because you don't have to work, or that's because you got a breakdown and you're not working. Either way, that's downtime. Hear me well. I'll say it. I've been saying it for years. I'm going to continue to say it. It's not the breakdowns necessarily that kill you. Now, obviously, if you keep on breaking down, that can hurt. But really, it's not the breakdown. It's the downtime that you lose according to the breakdown. Yeah, of course, we know if you blow an engine, transmission re-in, yeah, it costs to do that. But still, watch this. When it comes to breakdowns, you can spend $15,000 on an engine overhaul, but you can go make the $15,000 back. But because you lost the what 3 or 4 weeks, Kevin Lamar, you can't go get the 3 or 4 weeks back because time moves forward, time don't move backwards. Talk Jones, right? All right. All right, so that's where the problem comes in at the downtime, and so you got to be able to account for downtime, and that's one of the things we always fight with, right? Is that you got to be able to minimize your downtime. You got to figure it out, and when you're figuring up the cost, right? So when you're doing all that, you got to be okay. I got my truck running and running good to the point to where this is not an issue. All right, repairs and then long-term replacement costs, right? All right, so you got to factor this in. Cost confusion is one of the things guys and girls are ignorant of because they just don't know. You got to do a proper cost analysis of what it's going to take to get in. Watch this. Here go a nugget. Kevin Lamar. The cost to get in, the cost to maintain. All right. No, I'm sorry. Let me back it up. Cost to get in, a cost to run it, and then a cost to maintain it. Let me say that again. Y'all put some fire in there. If y'all understand what I'm talking about, put a thumbs up in the chat. Give me the thumbs up emoji if you understand what I'm talking about. Cost confusion. You got to be clear on what it's going to take you to get in, what it's going to take you to run it, and then what it's going to cost you to maintain it. Three different costs. Three different costs. What is it going to take me to start this thing? What is it going to take me to operate this thing? What is it going to take me to maintain this thing, right? All right, thank you for the thumbs up. Let's get the likes up to 20. That's our first point of being ignorant. What I see why some fail is the ignorance of the cost that it takes to do to run this stuff, man. Number two, compliance cluelessness, right? All right, what many folks are ignorant to is compliance cluelessness. Somebody put that in the chat for the country CEO because I want everybody to be able to go back and look at it and they can get it. Compliance cluelessness. What are you talking about, country CEO? Many folks are unaware of licensing. I still get the question. Do not assume. Gordon say he's in the line now renew a CDL. Gordon, some folks don't even know it takes a CDL to drive a dump truck. Some folks think, watch this, don't y'all laugh. Thank you, that's perfect, Gordon. Some people think that you can do it with a chauffeur's license. If you drove a 15-passenger van, you can drive a dump truck. If you drove things that use a Class D, you can drive a dump truck. So a lot of people don't know, clueless, right? Y'all. It has folks that have bought a truck and didn't have no license. Talk Jones, right? So unaware of licensing, but watch this. Here goes the other thing: DOT compliance. That DOT number. We don't need MC numbers here in Louisiana, but the DOT number, that's not really required. I got it because I go cross state. But the DOT number, UCR registration, the clearinghouse. You know, once I got deal with the DOT number, then that brought me into the realm. I had to deal with all of that. And then any good, Ken Etheridge, any good trucking company ought to have this. Because watch this. I just got a call from the guy the other day. I think I was telling you guys about that. The guy from the state, I had the DOT number 2 years, so they wanted to evaluate me. But they say it was because of the accident where the guy ran into the back of my truck last year and got killed, and they just wanted to check me out. But look at what I had to have. Watch this, Ken. I had to make sure DOT compliance, application on file for every drive, including me. Drug test on file for every driver, including me. Medical card on file for every driver, including me. They want to see this, y'all. A record of safety meetings where you've held safety meetings, right? Right. So cost confusion also contains compliance cluelessness. People honestly don't know what's all expected of them. Watch this, Gordon, in your state. Cause watch this. You got your federal guidelines that what is an umbrella over all of it. All right, but then you got your local DOT that might want you to have some other stuff too. I know in some states you got to have you got your federal DOT number, but you got to also have a state DOT number. See, here in Louisiana, you don't need a state DOT number. All right, hauling permits, right? In some states, you might need to have hauling permits. And then what are the legal limits for your truck? I don't know if more people even investigate that when they first go back to, oh, what I need to get? You need to get a triaxle. Do you know in your state the legal limit for a triaxle before you go and buy? Yeah, it's a whole subject here. You're right. Do you know what a quad axle can haul before you buy? Have you done the research on that? Right? So cost confusion also is due to compliance. It contains compliance. All right. Penalties and shutdowns result from failing to meet basic legal requirements, right? You can get shut down. Watch this. Ken, here it is. Shutdowns end up being downtime, results in downtime. Let me say that again. Shutdowns end up in downtime, right? Because you didn't understand, DOT pull you over, breaks out of adjustment. More than one break out of adjustments is out of service. Now you got to call somebody on the side of the road to come, mechanic to come out there and adjust your brakes, right, before you leave, right? All right, so these are kind of things. Cost, compliance, cluelessness. I think I mentioned cost confusion, but compliance cluelessness is one of the things a lot of folks are ignorant of and ends up costing them, y'all, and could be the difference between failing and succeeding. All right, let's get the likes up. We got 36 on. Let's get the likes up to 25. Let's see if we go to 25 likes in just a matter of a few minutes. Here it is, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hit the like button. I would say weekly, Gordon. I would say adjust them weekly, man. If you know you're in good shape, your slack adjusters and all that are working good weekly. I just did a whole brake job on the red and gray Western Star. Whole brake job this week off that joker. All right. Y'all having a problem with my audio? Jeff said we having a problem with the audio. All right. I can take it off. It doesn't matter. I can. All right. You guys hear me good? Y'all hear me? I might need to get off the Bluetooth though. Can y'all hear me good? If you hear me, give me a thumbs up. All right. Y'all hear me? Okay. Good. All right. Because I didn't know if I was still on the Bluetooth or y'all hear me. Okay, good. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Jeff. All right. So compliance cluelessness. Here goes number 3. That some people are ignorant of. Right, yeah, it's the Bluetooth. Business blindness. Business blind. Thank you, Jeff. Put that in the chat. Business blindness. You got 3 things people are ignorant of: cost confusion, compliance cluelessness, but business blindness. Business blindness. Somebody put that in the chat for me. What do you mean by that, country CEO? Dump truck businesses fail because of ignorance of business blindness, which means poor understanding of financial management, cash flow, and pricing. You got to be able to manage a business, right? These guys around here, I tell you, this is my dump truck friends around here, I tell you, one of my biggest pet peeves is when I see other guys in the dump truck business conduct business though. And I often say it like this: everybody in business, I think this goes across the spectrum. Everybody in business is not business minded. And no, you don't have to go get an MBA. You don't have to go get a bachelor's degree. Oh wow, Kevin, you just can't cross the phone. Y'all know I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Y'all already know I'm a Dallas fan, but it just came across my phone that the Saints' Derek Carr has ended his 11-year career. He finna retire.
Saints fan, they've been hot right here because they drafted that 27-year-old quarterback instead of Shador. All right. Anyway, let me get back to business. Oh wow, we got 52 on now. Let's jump to 25 likes now. Some of you have just come on. Go ahead and smash that like button and get us to 25 likes so we can get this algorithm going. I need to get 50 likes before this live is over. So this video, because people need to hear this video, right? Matter of fact, share this. Go ahead and share this video, y'all, for the country CEO. All right, here we go. Poor understanding of financial management, guys. You got to be able to manage, right? And watch this. If you are bad or not good or don't have a great understanding of how to manage your personal finances, you gonna sure enough struggle when it comes to managing big finances, right, and business finances, right. All right, thank you, Kevin, for that exhortation. All right, so man, look, I didn't know everything when I first started, but I had to learn. My mama had a furniture store when I was a teenager in high school, and I learned a lot of business practices, but I've also had to research and learn some things, and I'm still learning something, business practices, but I do know this. I made sure that I had enough sense to go get me a bookkeeper and a CPA, because I know I don't know nothing about no taxes, right? I've learned how things work in that arena, but I'm not a person that do taxes. I guess I should say I've learned a lot about what I need to do, my responsibility, and how some things work. But I know I don't know how to do no taxes. I know there's businesses around here that have gotten in trouble because they let the wife do the taxes, they let the husband do the taxes, they let cousin Sally do the taxes, Auntie Susan do the taxes, right? Financial management, guys. All right, cash flow, right? Cash flow. Got to have cash in the bank in order to be able to run this business, right? Here's one rule of thumb, Ken, because you're expanding. Line of credit, guys. Get you a line of credit and just have it sitting there for if need be. See, one of the things we got to get out of the cycle of is thinking, well, I don't need to make no loan. I don't want to do this. I'm going to just use my own money. No. Good business uses other folks' money in order to do what needs to be done. Why do you think all these big companies like Apple and SoFi and these national brands that we buy from, these people function off lines of credit because they know they got a product that's going to sell, but they got to maintain their operational costs, right? And so they make loans to do that. And then when they get their boom that comes in, then they take care of their line of credit. That's what they do. Right? But we're so afraid, oh, I don't need to get in no more debt. If you're in business, you're in debt. But watch this. It's the debt, Ken Etheridge. Here's the thing. Let me put it this way. There's such thing as good debt and bad debt. Let me put it that way. There's good debt and bad debt. Right? You going out there and get that SA 500 SEL Mercedes, cost $100,000. You just started a business. That might be bad debt at the time. The timing ain't right. Right? But if you go buy a doggone piece of property or get you a line of credit, that's good debt. That's stuff that can help you, right? I think y'all got it. All right, and then pricing. How are you setting the prices for your services, right? We know that the market tends to dictate what the rates are, but we also ought to have an idea, have a plan, Ken Etheridge, to be able to do what? Push the rate up, right? You guys, if you've been following me, y'all already know. I'm going to start Monday with the video telling you how we got the raise, right? But it ought to be all of you guys that are already in the dump truck business. We have a personal responsibility to price the market up and push those prices up. When new customers call you, don't be afraid to go $5 higher than what you're doing right now. That's how you push the price up. Right. That's what Ken said. You're not in debt. You're in business. I like that. Buka Flava, asset liability. Yes, sir. All right. Good stuff right there. So watch this. Business blindness also contains, last thing people are ignorant about, no clear business model or grasp of profit margins and break-even points. Talk Country CEO. Oh, my goodness. Don't miss this, guys. If y'all still with me, put fire in the chat. Let me make sure y'all still with me before I explain this. Put fire in the chat if you're still with me this morning. Business blind. No clear business model. You ask some people what's their business model, they're like, what that is? What that mean? You got a whole truck, dude. What's your model? Y'all heard me say my business model is 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Right? That's my business model of how I conduct business in the dump truck business. Right? A piece of my business model is road building. That's my philosophy. Is road building. We're gonna make our money, our bread and butter, our pie, our cream, our cake. It's gonna be 95% road building, and I do that at the federal, the state, and the local level. That's my business model. Some people major in other things. Some people don't want to haul nothing but dirt. Some people don't want to haul nothing but limestone. But you need to know what your business model is. Talk country CEO. Oh my goodness. So some people are ignorant to just even what a business model is. How you gonna win and you don't know what your philosophy of business is? Talk, man. Right? How you gonna win? All right. God says moving earth and hot rocks. There you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Come on, Ken. Ken say, man, we just got a $5 raise with our main contractor this week. Let me ask you this, Ken. I'm almost at the halfway point of this lesson. Let me ask you this, Ken. What happened that y'all get that, or they just did it? Did y'all ask for that, or they just gave the raise? Let me know, sir. All right, let me push on. While Ken answer that, no clear business model. Kevin Lamar, no grasp of profit margins. How do you know if you're making money or not? Do you sit down monthly and see, okay, this is my payroll this month. This was my maintenance this month. These are my notes. This is my insurance. This is my workman comp. This is what it cost me to run for this month. This is what I made this month. What was my profit? What percentage of my operating at? Am I at a 10% profit margin, or 15, or 20? Where am I at? What is my goal for the year? What I said I wanted to be at. All right. These things have to be examined. Okay? All right? But some people don't even realize that. They go, oh, they paying this? Oh, okay, well, I'm going to go work. You don't know if they're making money or not. All right, and then break even points. Break even points. Break even points. What's the least amount you can make, Kevin, Gordon? And what's the least amount you can make to where you didn't make money, but you didn't lose none either? You need to know your break-even points, right? So these are things that people are ignorant of, guys. I hope you got some game out of that. Businesses fail in dump trucks due to ignorance, what people don't know. Cost confusion, compliance, cluelessness, business blindness, all right? But then, all right, kids say, okay, they just gave y'all a raise. That's awesome. Awesome, brother. Awesome. All right. All right, y'all still with me? If y'all still with me, put some fire in the chat if you still with me, because now we're going to talk about the second thing. And the last thing this morning on why some dump truck businesses fail. All right. Ignorance is one of them. Here goes the second one. It is arrogance. 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 What is arrogance? What they think they know but don't. Uh-oh. Conceal, what's the difference in ignorance? Ignorance is what they don't know that hurts them. Arrogance is what they think they know but don't. Ladies and gentlemen, I've discovered that in life and as a pastor, the hardest joker to deal with is a joker that think they know but don't know. What's up, B Unit Trucking? What they think they know but don't know. Right? Here it is. Stephen Hawking said, the greatest enemy of knowledge, watch this, is not ignorance, Ken. It is the illusion of knowledge. Oh my goodness, that's good. That's good. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance. It is the illusion of knowledge. In other words, thinking you already know. And haven't y'all discovered, look, y'all, maybe just me, y'all put a thumbs up in the chat. Haven't you discovered the harder of the two people to deal with in the world is the joker that think he knows, but he really don't, as opposed to the one that just don't know? Maybe it's just me. All right, here we go. Dump truck businesses fail because of ignorance. They also fail because of arrogance. I'm going to give you three things and we'll be through about this particular thing of arrogance. The first one is work willfulness. Work willfulness. Somebody put that in the chat. Work willfulness. N-E-S-S. Work willfulness. What does that mean, country CEO? The arrogant one has an overconfident belief that work will always come. Talk, man! Overconfident. The arrogant one has an overconfident belief that work will always come. And as a result, what do? They tend to lay back, tend to not get that grind on. There's no sense of urgency, right? I've been in this game 25, matter of fact, guys, I've been in this game 25 years this month. And I still understand that I got to have that sense of urgency, and I got it. I don't let myself get lax, lazy, and comfortable. I'm at my best, Ken Etheridge, when I got to push a sense of urgency and not being complacent, right? Work willfulness. This person also, watch this, neglects marketing, networking, and relationship building. Watch this. I don't need nobody. That's what they think. I don't need nobody. I'm going to do this myself. I got this. I'm good. They can't do nothing for me. They can't help. I've heard it all, guys. Guys, overconfident, and it's the arrogance. The arrogance, man, neglects marketing. They ain't trying to promote their business at all. They neglect networking. You ain't trying to hook up with other dump truck owner operators and contractors. And then you ain't trying to build relationships with contractors or other truckers, right? You got this thing sold up. How many of you seen because they got this thing sold up? They know you can't tell them nothing. Boom. A couple years down the road, man, what happened? Oh man, then victim blaming then, right? It's always somebody else's fault. That's what the arrogant one does, right? So businesses fail. Dump truck businesses, I've seen them go out. Get out of here, y'all, because guys are arrogant. Work willfulness. Gordon, you didn't put that in the chat. Work willfulness, right? Work willfulness. Number 2, it's gonna knock your socks off here. Truck trusting. Truck trusting. What does that mean? The arrogant one, watch this, assumes one truck is enough to grow a company. The arrogant one, truck trusting, go ahead and put that in there. There you go. The arrogant one assumes one truck is enough to grow a company, and you can't tell it no different. Oh my goodness. The arrogant one is also the one that underestimates maintenance demands and the need for reliable equipment. Underestimates maintenance demands and the need for reliable equipment. Can't tell them that they truck trusted. The truck gonna just do what it do. I done bought it. I'm paying a note. That's what it's supposed to do. To the neglect of the maintenance and the reliability of that equipment. Oh my goodness. All right. Hit 30. Let's hit 30 likes, guys. We got 25. Let's see if we get 5 likes and get to 30. Truck trusting, arrogance. All their confidence is in the equipment, to the detriment of taking care of the equipment. Y'all got it? All right. If y'all got it, put some fire in the chat. Let me make sure y'all still with me when I give y'all this last one. Put some fire in the chat. Let me know y'all still with me as I give y'all this last one. All right, let's get to 30 likes right quick. Give y'all a second to do that because I know we're on a delay here. All right, y'all with me? All right, come on, put some fire in the chat. I know we got more than this one. We got 35 people on. There you go, Jeff. San Antonio, I'm excited to get my own truck. I use your now to help me salute, and God bless all of you. Appreciate you, Jeff. What's up, Mike Mendoza? There y'all go. Bone Crusher, we're here, ball. Appreciate you. All right, good. All right. The last one that demonstrates the arrogance of some guys, and this is what causes people to fail in the dump truck business. Market misjudgment. Market misjudgment. Somebody put that in the chat. Market misjudgment. What do you mean, comes to you? The arrogant one thinks competition isn't a threat and rates will stay high. Oh my goodness. The arrogant one thinks competition isn't a threat and rates will stay high. Let's dig into that thing right there, Ken Etheridge. Arrogant dump truckers don't realize that there are other companies in your area that are your direct competition. It don't mean y'all gotta be beefing at odds with each other, don't like each other. Don't mean none of that. But please understand that if you're a guy with 3 trucks and you got a guy in town that's got 6, y'all can get along good and hey hello. But if y'all don't work together, then that is your direct competition. You don't think when the contractor calls for a bid, he's not calling them as well as you? He's looking for the best bid for the job, right? So you misjudge the market when you think competition isn't a threat to you being able to work, right? I got a good friend here in Baton Rouge, and we work together. And a lot of the same contractors call him and I. And so what we decided to do and what you have to do with that, we work together though. We call each other, hey man, did so-and-so call you for a bid? And then he'll call me, so-and-so call bid. So what we decided to do is get together and we get together on the contractor. Talk, Joe, right? Hey man, I'm gonna tell him this, you tell him that, and then whoever he go with, we'll just work together. That's how we do it. But if I was arrogant or he was arrogant, guess what? We both losing. I just gave y'all $1 million worth of game right there. Because the problem is, we have to change competition into collaboration. Put that in the chat. Oh my goodness. We have to turn competition into collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, me and him are good friends. I've worked his truck on jobs. He's worked my truck on jobs. Why let a contractor come between us, Jew the price down, and then the contractor wins? Talk Jones, right? No, we came together because I'm not an arrogant guy. He's not an arrogant guy. We see the big picture. And that's what we need. And that's what arrogant does. That's what arrogance does, right? People can't see beyond themselves. And so they misjudge the market. Right? Y'all got some good stuff here. I don't want to pass it up. Ruddy wonder how many trucks I got. Got 10 now, Ruddy. Let me see. Them COVID rates tripped up a lot of people. Yeah, I'm in got a bone crusher. What if you just know about the business to make an educated decision? Seems owner operator does not want to talk about the business. I've been on the fence for 3 years now, just not out. Yeah, bone crusher, I get that. A lot of you run into that. What I'm going to suggest to you, keep stay in tune with the country CEO, but brother, keep trying different truckers. You're going to run across one that'll talk to you. I know exactly what you're talking about. A lot of times, guys be in their feelings, feeling some kind of way. They ain't got a whole lot of work. They feel like they give another brother the information. He go get a truck, get in the business, that less work for them, right? Just the most backwards mentality you can have, right? When you sow into helping other people, man, God will sow into you. Don't make me preach this Saturday morning, right? Instead of looking at it from a positive aspect of being able to help somebody, they look at it in the negative. My grandmother taught me, you do good, son, good will follow. I don't mind helping anybody get in the dump truck, but even right around here, that don't take away nothing from me. Keep trying other truckers, bone crushers. Somebody gonna talk. Yes, Ken, that's good. Ken, that's a nugget right there. Sometimes you have to take less margin in order to be competitive, but just as long as you're profitable. And Ken, that's why, where is that at? That's why you gotta know you can't have business blindness, and you gotta know your break even point. So when you give the price, or they throw a price at you that's lower than what you wanted to do, you gotta already know what your break even point is. Look, this is the lowest of the low I can do here. Because I can't make no money, I ain't gonna lose, but I can't make no money. But if I'm 5%, Ken, because 15 to 20% margins in trucking is considered good. Let me just say that because of the overhead, right? But so if you take a job just to get you might not going to make but 5% margins on that, go ahead and do that. Let me give you an analogy of that. Let me put it in your lap what I mean by that. I got a good analogy. When we was in school, matter of fact, get the 30 likes. Give me 30 likes and I'm going to give y'all this. This is a nugget, right? Y'all going to love this. Let's get the 30 likes. Mike Mendoza, have you hit that like? Let's get the 30 like right quick. I'm going to give you a nugget on this thing. Sometimes you have to take the 5% margin in order to stay competitive. That's so good, Ken. I'm going to give you an analogy of that. Ian Child, I appreciate you, man. Watch this. Y'all remember, and I'm talking to the men here. Ladies, this is nothing against you guys. This is something this is for the men. But ladies, y'all gonna get it too. When we were in school, I discovered something, especially when I was trying to get a girlfriend in high school. And I'm just like any other guy. We like the real attractive. I had an affinity for light skinned pretty girls, right? And so I wanted a light skinned pretty girl. And there came a time I couldn't get the light skinned pretty girl, but there were some other girls that liked me. But I wanted the light skinned pretty girls. And then I had a homie come and tell me, Perry, what you got to do is go ahead and date and like this girl for now. You ain't trying to get married, and just date her for now. And then in due time, what you really want will come. Tom Jones! And so I said, okay, well, yeah, it's not what my attraction is, but yeah, I'll do that. And I would just, okay, this is what's available for now. I'm going to go ahead and like her. And we dated, whatever, and went out and had fun together and all that. And then, it didn't last. And then later on, I discovered that what I really liked came along. Y'all just missed it. It went over y'all head right there. Sometimes, we take the 5% margins. It ain't what I really want, but it's what's available right now. And if I just hang on in there and go ahead and take that right now, sooner or later, what I really want will be available. The 15 to 20% margin will be available later on. Tom Jones! Are y'all hearing me? If y'all hearing me, put 100 in the chat. So don't let arrogance make you turn down the 5% margin, which is going to get you working, or Washington can get you in the door with this contractor, all because arrogance has caused you to say, well, if I can't make this, if I can't make $100 an hour, I ain't working. The man want to pay 95. Go ahead, take the 95 because you already know your numbers, B unit. And okay, well, I'm going to take this for now for this. I can make a little money off of this. I ain't making Grand Theft Auto, but I can make a little money because I understand the big picture that the bigger and better stuff is still yet in my future. Oh my God, that's another. Thank you for Ken. You planted a seed in the Ken to bring that one out. Oh man, that's what you got to do. All right, can't be too arrogant when we don't accept those things, right? And then sometimes people think rates will stay high. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be arrogant to the point that we think that some of these folks are trying to bring the price down if they can. We have some of these contractors that tried it. So don't ever think that these contractors won't try to go down if they can, y'all. Let me tell y'all the trick of the trade that we had one try to do. It got slow around a couple of years back. I was about 8, 9, 10 years ago, it got slow. And there was a guy that owned one of the biggest dirt pits in town. And what he would do, he would give the haul rates based upon him knowing if it was slow around town. Talk Perry Jones. In other words, if he knew it was slow because a lot of truckers was calling him, what would normally be a $4 rate, he'll shoot $3 at you. Because he know ain't nothing else going on and he could get the trucks. So don't ever think, ladies and gentlemen, these contractors won't try to push that thing down if they can. And then they'll try to play you against somebody else. Well, look, so-and-so say he'll do it for 100. So-and-so say he'll do it for this. That's the game. So-and-so say he'll do it for this. They trying to bring the price down, y'all. Don't fall for the okey doke. What you need to do, okay, well, I'll get back with you. That's what I do. And then we got to collaborate. Again, not competition. Hey, man, I just got a call from so-and-so. They're saying that they want to do this and that you're pricing it for that. You're pricing it for that? Or is he playing games? Get together on them like they getting together on us. That's what you got to do. All right, enough of that. Kevin to my yellow ball with green eyes had me watching her car. Yes. For sure. Know the feeling, brother. All right, let me wrap up. The last thing in market misjudgment, the arrogant one ignores seasonal shifts, price pressures, and industry saturation. The arrogant one ignores those things. Seasonal shifts, right? Understanding that, and we're not just talking about weather. We know weather brings about a seasonal shift. That's common. Anybody could recognize that, right? But you got to be in the know of the business that you're in and understanding the seasonal shift that come with a lot of other stuff, right? Your state budget, right? Staying in tune with what your state is doing as it relates to its transportation budget, right? Your state might decide, and this is not the case. This is just an example, but your state might decide they might pull 2 million, 2 billion from the transportation road work for fiscal year 2026. That's a seasonal shift, right? That could impact the bid letting that's going to come out for your area, right? So understanding signal shift. Average one, they don't worry about none of that. Price pressures and then also industry saturation. All right, that's always a hot topic. Industry saturation. I won't say that that's not a thing because you can be in a place, ladies and gentlemen. I think people blow it out of proportion. I think people are quick to use it as as blame. I think people are quick to just resort to that. I can't find no work at too many trucks in town. First of all, do you know how to find work? Tom Jones, or have you just been depending on the one contractor for these first 4 or 5 years, and now their work has gotten slow, and then now it's got too many trucks out here? No. See, that's my problem. I don't have a problem with someone saying it's saturated because then you can be in a small metropolitan area and it's a bunch of trucks. That can be the case. But I just don't like when folks use it as a blame for their lack of success, and they haven't exhausted all outs, right? Number one, knowing how to find the work. Number one, are you really willing to travel outside of your metropolitan area? There's a whole bunch of stuff that I can tell and teach people to do before I go and holler, oh, it's just too many trucks. In this town, in Baton Rouge metropolitan area, I'd say about 10, 12 years ago, it was what we had called saturation. The work had went down, and you had about 200 dump trucks in Baton Rouge. It was some trucks. And the reason we knew it, Kevin Lamar, is because it was a lot of out-of-town trucks. We saw the names on the door. A lot of the New Orleans trucks came to Baton Rouge. They ain't had no work down in New Orleans. So a lot of the New Orleans trucks were coming to Baton Rouge. A lot of the Lafayette trucks were coming to Baton Rouge. All kind of other little towns. We're seeing these different companies in Baton Rouge. It was 207 trucks. We had decided to do a count that had flooded Baton Rouge outside the normal truckers. Now that's saturation for your mind right there. Because the work had went down. Notice what I'm saying, the work had went down. They came when it was working, but then the work had went down. So now you got more trucks than you got work. And watch this. And that's when the rats will try to knock their price down on it because you got more trucks than you got work. All right, let me wrap up. Conclusion. Ignorance exposes, arrogance endangers. Somebody put that in the chat. Ignorance exposes, arrogance endangers. Success comes from staying teachable, financially literate, and operationally sharp. That just, B unit, that just sounds good, man. I got to say that again. Success comes from staying teachable, always willing to learn, financially literate, and then operationally sharp. Gotta be on your A game, y'all. All right, gotta be on your A game. Be humble and be on your A game. Mo Jasmine, what's up, Maurice? And here's the last thing. Encourage learning, coaching, and proactive planning to thrive. Learning, coaching, and proactive planning. Proactive planning. Thinking ahead in order to thrive. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the difference to me. These are two reasons why many dump truck businesses fail and or succeed. Ignorance, don't know. Arrogance, think they know but don't know. All right? Questions or comments on that, or let's dialogue a little bit. I got about, 10 minutes. Any questions or comments on anything? Ooh, my head is hot. Got the air conditioner back on. I'm drinking coffee, and my head done got hot, sweating. Any questions or comments? All right. All right. So this week, yeah, we're gonna get back on the game. We're gonna talk to you guys this week about the avenues we use to be able to methodically approach the company about a raise. If you're just joining the channel, hadn't been on a while, we got a $10 raise from our main company, and we're excited about it. And I just want to tell you guys how we went about doing that. Appreciate you, B Unit. I'll be checking you out, man. Gordon said how much the drivers like the new truck. They like them, Gordon. The guys tickled to death, man. Guys are tickled to death with the new trucks. It's definitely and proactive planning, Gordon. Now, proactive. You know, I told you've been watching me a while. 2 years ago, I said my goal is to shuffle out the old ones and upgrade to all new trucks. The only thing I've deviated from that plan is with the white Volvo. I'm going to keep because just a solid truck, and I need what we call one just all-purpose truck to put the new people in. If they're gonna tear something up, they'll tear up the old truck, right? I hope that don't happen, but my philosophy. And then also I can do concrete, all kind of stuff in it, right? So we're just I'm almost there. Got one more, the 2019 Mac. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I might run the rest of this year. I'm looking at my work. My work is out the is gonna be out the wazoo when it starts. So I'm kind of wondering if I'm thinking about just selling the uh, 2019 and just staying at 9 instead of 10. Y'all know I'm an odd number guy. I got to either go up to 11 or stay at 9. So I'm thinking about possibly selling the 19, stay at 9, and then just sub out the rest. That's what I'm kind of thinking right now. I don't know. All right, what we got? What we got? Bone Crusher, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bone Crusher, we do. Um, Let me see what you need to do. Bone Crusher, you. So we got consultation, but we also got our fine dumpster work boot camp. Ken Epiter Shoes On is in our boot camp along with two other young men, and we're having a great time. 12-week boot camp mentorship. Ken has got his second truck just a couple weeks ago. So yes, we do have mentorship. Let me see how I can. Bone Crusher, email me, inbox me rather, inbox me on YouTube, and I'll get that information to you. Or the Country CEO on Instagram, the Country CEO on Instagram. DM me Bone Crusher, and I'll get you that information. I'll get you that link. All right, who else we got? All right, new driver from New Orleans due off in a minute. Yeah, Booker Flavor, same thing, man. Um, um, Booker Flavor on Instagram, the Country CEO, or um, yeah, you guys can put your email in the chat. Put your email in the chat, and I'll send you the information. You can do that too, because I don't have any way of typing mine. Grind to Shine 73 is my email. Grind the number two shine 73 at gmail.com is my. Let me see. I might be able to go on the laptop and put it in the chat for you guys. I'm coming with the question. Kevin, I had a shop replace a 14,000 pound tire with a 12,000 tire and ended up getting overweight. How much is that ticket, Kevin? Okay. All right. I'm on the live. Let me put it in the chat. Okay. All right. I'm on the live. Let me put it in the chat. Okay. All right. I'm on the live. Cut the sound down. All right. All right. There goes the email, Bone Crusher, Buka Flava That's the email. Send me an email, and then I'll send you guys that information that you're asking for. All right. Who else we got? Let me see. Kevin said the company paid it $1,500. Oh my goodness. Mojad, how's that Volvo engine and trailer? Mojad, Maurice, it's doing good, man. The Volvo, matter of fact, you say I'm changing oil and I'm changing the transmission oil in the Allison for the first time. It's down to 0%. The Allison transmission has two filters. Just a little information for you guys: two filters, and it takes 10 gallons of that Transcend oil. Ladies and gentlemen, that doggone Transcend oil for that Allison, $72 a gallon. Oh my goodness. I spent $700 for transmission oil, basically 900 some dollars just for the parts, the two filters and the oil for the change of oil in this Allison. Now Dexron 3 is the equivalent. I don't know, man. Shucks. I didn't think it would cost that much because I normally don't keep the truck long enough. I've been traded it before I got to change transmission oil, right? But this is my first one. Oh my goodness. But the Volvo is running good, Mojaz, and no problems. Nathan had my CDL for 4 years working for Coca-Cola. Just bought my first dump truck. All right, Nathan, fixing to go out on my own in South Georgia. That's what I'm talking about, Nathan. Congratulations on entering the dump truck business. Georgia, what it is, C.W. Matthews, E.R. Snell, probably two of the biggest contractors in Georgia. Definitely look them up. Earthel, congrats, appreciate you, man. Thank you, Mike. Do you have to double shift your newer trucks to be profitable? No, sir. I mean, I'm gonna double shift anyway. Mike, I double shift to increase my profits, right? Because pretty much what I do, everything at night goes to me, right? So when I'm double shifting, that the day shift can take care of the trucking business by itself. When I'm double shifting, the fact that my only expense is going to be the fuel and the driver, then I'm basically that's profit that goes into my pocket. So no, I can basically make it off of the weekly 5 days a week with the $4,500, $5,000 note. Great question, Mikhail. Getting some Saturday dollars they didn't want them, but I need all the money I can get. Hey, sometimes you got to go, Mikhail. Gotta go. All right, you wasn't overgross, but you was overweight for the tie. Gotcha. All right, any more questions? So we had a rainy week this week. Man, we made Monday and Tuesday, and even then it was 40 50% chances of rain. So we made Monday and Tuesday, and then we didn't do anything. It rained Wednesday. I think I worked one truck on some barges Wednesday. And then I think I worked one truck Wednesday night. Thursday, we thought for sure we would go back to work. Sun was out bright and everything. And we didn't do a doggone thing Thursday. And that was the day. Sun was out 87 degrees. They missed it on Thursday. Because then they set everything up Friday, yesterday to work. Rain came. Everything canceled yesterday except I think I worked a couple trucks up until like 11 o'clock. And that was a wrap. Worked 4 trucks last night on some broke up concrete. So it was a shoddy week at best, right? Shoddy. I haven't done the numbers, but it was a shoddy week because of that rain. But next week, the weather looks great. All right, what's good? Hit the likes. Let's get up to 40 likes. Got 40 people on. Let's see if we can get to 40 likes, right? Any more questions before we land the plane this morning? Okay, Gordon, I got you. That's cool. All right, guys. That's all. You guys are good. Don't forget. Oh, for you guys may have been watching the first time. Got to put my books back out there, y'all. I ain't been advertising my books. Still got the books for you guys. How to get started. How to get the right truck. And even though we did the Find Dump Truck Work Challenge, I do have the book about that as well. about 20 ways to find work. What is that? Scaling up. How to scale that thing up. Then how to bid on the jobs. So go to I Am Countries. Let me put that in the chat. For those of you maybe watching for the first time, go visit my website. You can get those books. If you want all 5, you get a reduced rate bundle. You can get that at the website. If you just want one, you can go to Amazon, of course, and get it cheaper, Audible, and all that kind of good stuff. But if you want the bundle, you won't be able to get the bundle, all 5, but on my website and at a cheaper price, right? All right, so don't forget. And then we got a couple of courses on that too. Go visit the website. Must start back advertising my books. I forgot about them for about the last 3 months. All right. King John, beware of companies that lease on a dump truck, but also have their own trucks as well. All right, King John, share some wisdom with them. What should we be aware? What should we be aware of? Talk to us. The folks need to hear, need to know. What are some things we need to be aware of? Or what has been your experience? What has happened? And while King John is sharing his wisdom with us, you want to share a super sticker with the country CEO, and you enjoyed this game this morning, you can do that as well. I don't even hardly be talking about that no more. We want to do a super sticker to support this channel. We've been to fire this channel up with the game, with nothing but game for the next 3 weeks. How many weeks we got left in this month? Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. So we go kick out about 9-10 videos here today of this game starting next week. King John, you still on? Okay, there you go. They always put their trucks on the best work and pass down the cross the least. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. That's definitely something that's been going on a long time, man. You are correct about that. Been there, done that, had it happen to me. And you know, a lot of times, I think King, what it boils down to is what we were talking about earlier when Ken brought up about, you know, you may have to, you know, you got to understand your margin, right? What we talked about on this live today, you got to understand what your profit margin is, right? What's your break-even point? Because, you know, you refer to it as crumbs, and I get that. All right, and put the numbers to it, King, and see just what is the percentage of that crumb, right? In other words, do the numbers at the rate and what's being made on that job, and then determine what the profit margin is, right? And see what the numbers look like, right? Watch this. Numbers never lie. Y'all get that? Numbers never lie, right? So put the numbers to it. You know, a lot of times, especially with us as independent, we know right off the bat when we hear, oh no, that's bad right there. That's bad right there. But I challenge you to put the numbers to it and see just what is the profit margin on it, right? Buffalo Bill, how much should I save for a cushion after I get my dump truck? Buffalo Bill, you mean to what? You said after you get the, how much should I save for a cushion? And then after I get my dump truck. Okay, I got you now. So I'm assuming, I mean, I think, what are you saving for, right? You mean for maintenance costs, for profit, before you get your dump truck? Okay, good. Buffalo Bill, man, really be on. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna give you a number. I'm gonna give you a range of numbers, and it's going to. The reason why I'm gonna give you a range because it all depends on whether or not you're getting a used or a new dump truck, right? It would be, look at old Lee. It would be good to have, if you got 30 to 40 grand would be good. Here's why I say that, because if you go get $100,000 truck, they're gonna want 20% down. That's 20 right there. So I would at least want to have 15 to 20 to get started, at least, right? But that number could go up It could go down if you don't have to put nothing down. Your credit is such, or you got a connection at your bank, you get $100,000 and you getting it for nothing down. Well, you might get away with 225. So you got some intangibles there that would influence that number. But I would tell anybody, you need to have your 30 grand, 40 grand, just in case money is what I call it. No, it don't take that to get in. But you want to have just in case money. Remember, we just talked about it on this live, that the ignorance of not knowing, cost confusion, and then not really laying out what operational costs involved, right, could get you into quick trouble, right? So that's why I say that. I hope that helps. King says, and even when there's enough of the good work, they still try and please a customer that's not paying well. Right. And instead of them trying to do what? Get that price up, right? They need to be trying to get that price up. And and again, there's always those jobs like that, King, and I get it, man, because that's a morale. That kills the morale of a trucker. That's even on an operator. When you're working for a contractor, or sub, or broker or something, and you know that their trucks, or there's another paying job, better paying job, but look like the joker always putting you on what we call the garbage, right? Or the not so good paying job, right? What I would do, King, what I would, after I've been with that person a little bit, because there is a such thing of paying your dues. After a while, though, I would go to them. Well, hey, man, I've been with you a little while now, man. I was wondering, man, at some point, being able to let me get some of that good paying stuff, man. My margins are a little tight over here on this job, right? Ladies and gentlemen, these folks will continue to let you do what you're doing at the rate you're doing if you don't say that. So there's nothing wrong with having a conversation. Y'all will hear me say this on these videos next week. There's nothing wrong with having the conversation about the rates, right? Hey, man, I've been with you a little while. You think it's going to be possible at some point for me to get on some of them better paying jobs? Number one, what is that going to do? Let them know you got a recognition that that's still paying more. Number two, let him know that you looking at your numbers, or your numbers haven't been the greatest. You're making a little money, but man, it sure be nice to make a little bit more money, right? Communication is key. King, what's up, Skybird? Daniel, I'm trying to get everyone together, demand a raise. Good luck with that. Daniel, we did it, man. We did it. I'm gonna watch the game on the channel next week. We did it, and I'm gonna lay out a strategy and structure for you guys on things don't work everywhere. So understand that I know that. But I'm gonna give you the strategy and the structure that we use that work for us. I'm gonna put it to you like that. And I'm gonna describe the context, and I'm gonna describe the dynamics of all of that may make us a little unique, but that contributed to it, right? But surely there's gonna be some meat in there that you can take away and throw the bones away. All they say is take it or leave it. I just send my trucks to the higher paying jobs. Yeah, I get it. That's what they say. They draw a line in the sand. They do. And I'm going to tell you how to combat that as well. Daniel, I'm a country boy. My grandmother had a saying. Y'all can hear me refer to that old lady. That old lady knew some stuff. That old lady taught me, Skybird. She says, son, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Charles Jones! There's more than one. Don't ever get to the place, Daniel, where it seems hopeless. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Here it is. I need y'all to post it. I need y'all to post it. If you don't appreciate my services, then get ready for the absence of my services. Charles Jones! Y'all heard that? If you don't, at some point or another, if you don't appreciate my services, then get ready at some point for the absence of my services. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shoot all of them down. All of them are built on the backs of hired trucks, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, right, right. They want you to go. Yeah, well, you know how that goes, King. They gonna get mad with you when you don't want to take it. You already know that. They say they don't, but they gonna get in their feelings about it because you don't want to take it. What's up, Darnell? But like I say, I had a conversation, Doc, because what that's gonna do is that's gonna raise their awareness. That's gonna make their antennas come up that you have a desire for more and for better, for sure. What's up, Keno? All right, got some more of y'all coming in. Appreciate y'all. Hit the likes as y'all come in. Darnell, Keno, hit them likes for us as you come in. Any more questions? Yes, sir. All the time, King. All right, all right. Appreciate y'all on the likes. Yes, sir. Any more questions, comments? So we getting ready. We just basically we should have a good week this week. The weather's going to cooperate. Um, we got work out the wazoo, man. I got two jobs that I hadn't even started yet. That's going to be nice, nice jobs. That's going to last into next year. So I'm excited about that. And right now, we're just trying to get the equipment ready. We're changing oil every weekend. This will be the third oil change we're doing this weekend. The other ones are new, so they're going to need it. I think I got maybe two or three more after this. And man, look, we ready to hit the ground running. What's up, Yogi Bear? Hit the like as you come in, Yogi Bear. We just getting ready for our time. On your website is there a package that shows you step by step how to set up a dump truck business. There's a book. There's my books on there, NBZ. My books that I just showed everybody are on there. Those of you just coming, I'll do that again. You got how to get started. You got how to get the right truck, how to scale up, how to be it, and of course, that right there. So I'll put the website in there again for you. Go visit the website. If you see something you like, hey, get it. Or go to Amazon. Or if you want a consultation, it's got a consultation button on there as well. All right, let me see. Box truck gang, I got a cement truck trying to get some work. Man, where you at, box truck gang? Where you at? Man, that's something that I have been thinking about, but I'm just kind of skeptical of our market here. But I know some guys out in Dallas that got their own cement truck and contracted on to some of the cement companies and work for them. Do certain trucks can only haul specific substances? It depends on the bed, Buku. It depends on the bed. I mean, if you got an aluminum bed, you probably gonna stay away from broke up concrete, right? We don't do no hazmat material like talking about anything like that. Every now and again, we might get some contaminated dirt or something like that, but we don't do a whole lot of that. Oh, okay, box truck. Yeah, okay. I got a job, cement truck, trying to get some experience. Yes, yes, yes. That's the avenue I went through, man. I started out on a cement truck for what 3 years before I got into the dump truck business. I can tell you that most dump truck companies don't want to hire somebody fresh out of school without any experience. So I tell people all the time, cement company for some reason they'll hire you right out the gate, train you and hire you. They did it to me. I was green as I don't know what, and a cement company hired me and trained me. So try to cement truck companies and then box truck companies to interstate truck, school bus to get that experience, and then they're more be inclined to hire you. It's not. I'm gonna tell you what they're afraid of. That straight truck turning over more than anything. They can teach you how to do the controls. So that's why if you got straight truck experience, they'll go ahead and hire you. But when you ain't got no experience, they don't want to haul the food with that. Daniel, you had a driver steal a truck? Daniel said the driver went rogue and stole the truck. What he did with the truck, Daniel? He stole it and did what? Joy, right? Oh my goodness. He wasn't drinking, was it? Box truck said, only problem, these trucks are automatic. Shoot, box truck, that's the way the industry is going, man. All mine's are automatic. Daniel said, all over the place. Oh, he went rogue. Was he upset or was he drunk or something? Why did he do that? Keno, I'm new to dump trucking business and I'm working on my business plan, but I'm uncertain about how to work the bidding process. He was in the ninth dimension. Okay, he went off the rails. He was full, as they say. Keno, Keno, all I can tell you, maybe you need to set up a consultation with me, brother. I can tell you how to work with you on that dump truck bidding process. And if you're interested in mentorship, we do that as well. So go to that website or let me put my email in here, Keno. Send me your email and I'll send you the stuff that we offer. Look at that. Any trucks Monday. My contractor texted me about money Monday. Got to answer that one. I'm answering on my iPad. One of my contractors trying to line up for money. The text says, hey, any trucks available money? Yes, plenty. How many you need? All right, those are the kind of texts I like on a Saturday. How many trucks you need Monday? Love them kind. All right, so okay, let me put my email in the chat for Keno. All right, Keno, send me an email and I'll send you some information on mentorship, consultation, all that stuff. Here goes the website for books, courses, and consultation. Here goes the website. All right, my guy says he wants 6 trucks for Monday. So that's the kind of Ken Etheridge. That's the kind of dispatch. That's the kind of text I like on a Saturday. He says 6 trucks for Monday for now, which means he may want more. So watch this. On a Saturday, I already got 7 out of my 10. I got one in the shop, so that 10 is in the shop. I put one of the white Western Star in the shop. It's doing some crazy stuff with the brake pedal. But I got my one out with the asphalt. I did tell y'all guys I got the one. I'm about to do a video on that. I got the one out that got the asphalt on top of it. Y'all gonna see that. Look brand new, y'all. Um, so watch this, how this dispatching works. So I got one yesterday for one truck, the main company. They're a little slow because it's raining. They'll pick up around midweek. But I just got an order for 6. So I got 7 out of my 9 trucks dispatched for work already on a Saturday. That's what you want to see. You don't want to be Monday looking for work. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit one of this other one up. Let them know I'm looking. So go ahead and get them to make their commitment. All right, what we got? He was in the what's the driver pay like here? Mike, we're starting drivers out here in South Louisiana at about 22 an hour. 22 experienced guy, we may give him 23, but about 22 an hour. Yes, sir, Ken, for sure. Had a guy write the check. Had a guy write the check the week of on a net 30. Slapped him with 20%. Said he would never use us again. Man, I'm trying to beat up Eli too much. Oh my goodness. uh, All right. You guys back now? Y'all should be back now. The phone rung and then it knocked me off. All right. So, yeah, Darnell, go to the website, I Am Country CEO. I'm going to put it back in here for you one more time. And you can set up the consultation there. All right. What's up, Michael Donald? All right. All right. All right. See, Gutter, I see you. Appreciate you, Daniel. Appreciate you very much, man. Appreciate that. Darnell, you in New York, but man, that sure sounds like a Louisiana name, Lou Saint. That sounds very Louisiana right there. Yep. All right, guys, I'm gonna land the plane. It's been good. Appreciate you guys. It had been a while, man. I got to get on the live this morning and catch up. But look for the game on the YouTube channel. This week we certainly be coming with it. Ken Etheridge, my boot camp guys, we're gonna meet on Zoom this afternoon at 6:30. Anybody else interested in our dump truck work boot camp? Hey, email me. You got the email. I'll send the email one more time. And you could join in our boot camp. We did our challenge. They go to email. After we did our last challenge, man, I just needed a break. I needed a rest. Then I had a trip I had to take to Houston, Texas. So, but we did our last 5 dump truck work boot camp challenge. Rather, it was marvelous. And we have our guys in our boot camp. They're learning a lot. I'm learning a lot and having a ball with them. And we're gonna meet this afternoon at 6:30, and so to do our weekly thing. And we're having a great time, and that's our mentorship program. So if you're interested in any of that, I can send you the information. Anybody's interested in that, just send me an email and I'll send you the information. Keno, okay, you in upstate New York, okay. Okay, well, maybe I got you mixed up with Darnell. I thought Darnell said he was in New York. All right, guys, y'all be good. Cut the CEO. Share this live, y'all. I'm gone.